What is going on, guys? Okay, so today we're going to do some chart analysis. We're going to look at the SPY chart. There's a lot of things to cover in this video. We also have jobless claims tomorrow. It's March 5th right now. I'm recording this. And on March 6th, there's jobless claims at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to be a market mover for sure. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It really pushes out the channel. I really appreciate it. Now, again, this is my Discord community. I talk about this in every video because we're absolutely crushing it in here. I alerted to buy some BABA shares here at 1:30 this morning, and in overnight hours, we're actually pushing 135 ish. So, $5 move. Hopefully, we can get to 140 tomorrow. That'd be beautiful. Okay. Also, I alerted these SoFi calls today, and they're doing really well. We're up 10% on this play. And, I've been posting my trade setups here in the Discord as well. I don't know if I can find it right now, but I've been posting here in the channel my trade setup ideas. And again, I mean, if you just follow these trade setups, I mean, look at this, 675 80 ish, and we bounced off of that. That was actually the support that we'll talk about here in just a second, and we pushed all the way up, and actually we ended up coming up and tapping this pretty much 690, so sorry, 680 level at close. So it was pretty crazy. That's a really good trade right there. Okay. So again, if you want the Discord access, the link is in the description. Check it out. Don't sleep on it. I'm telling you. Okay. So let's start off with checking out SPY. Now, again, like I've been talking about for a while, is we're just range bound. That's really the biggest thing, is we're just range bound. I mean, today, and let me go to a smaller time frame, like a 15-minute time frame, and this has basically been, I mean, we broke below, this is the support. Like I've been saying, hey, if we close a daily candle below this level, we're probably coming back down and touching that 200 SMA at 655 ish. But again, we haven't closed. We closed our 15-minute candles below it, and then we bounced back. Okay. So I've been posting these levels every day for people to get in, get out. This is another good trade right here to go short on the market. So, I mean, we're holding the line, we're holding it barely, but now the only real thing that I see again is that we are still in, as you can see, the RSI is going down. So we're in bearish divergence. We got a doji candle on the daily. So, it's an indecision candle. We did break below this falling wedge, but we held it. Okay. So this level of support here at 675.90, it has been a load zone. Go long there. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own research, always do your own due diligence, but that's been an area to go long on the market. So, we must hold this level if we want to stay, elevated. Okay. And if we break it again, we could probably come back down to this level here. Okay. So what I'll be watching for tomorrow, we have jobless claim numbers. So we're going to see how that affects the market, good or bad. We're going to see how it affects it. I believe I'm more bullish than I am bearish going into tomorrow. Again, anything can change. Trump could make a tweet, he could tweet something, he could post something on True Social, somebody could come out, say something, more news with Iran, more conflict, and we could the markets could go lower, or again, this whole situation could get resolved and the markets soar. So you got to take it day by day. Like what I told my community is, if you're not comfortable, don't swing trade right now. It's not really the best idea. Again, if you're comfortable, hey, I have conviction in this play, take the trade, whatever. But if you're not comfortable and you're up on your position, you're up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, take it, try it again tomorrow, because we could be up, we could close strong, and then in the morning we're down $5, $6 on SPY, or vice versa. We could close really low, at 675 here, and then tomorrow wake up and now your puts are cooked. Okay. So really that's my thoughts here on SPY. All right. So Palantir, again, we've been talking about Palantir for a while. We had that head and shoulders pattern on the daily and on the weekly time frame. I wanted this thing to come back down to $90, $100, but it did not. Okay, but again, still, if you're in my Discord, I alerted basically right here. I was like, hey, I'm selling my shares. And so far, so good on that play. But, I'm also a level trader. I buy at certain levels, and then, so I mean, again, if you would have bought at pretty much any one of these levels so far, you'd be up on your position. So I actually am in some excuse me, some call options, as I believe that this thing is going to probably at minimum in the next couple of days touch this 200 SMA and at least retest it, see if we want to go higher, and see if we reject off of it, or let's see if we can push past it and come back up into this channel, this basically this formation here. Now again, I have one call option, nothing crazy on this, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at for Palantir. Got some call options. Let's see if we can get up to that 200 SMA. Another one that I did buy shares, as you saw in the beginning of the video, I bought some Baba shares. Now, we did, I said this in my community. I'm like, hey, we need to hold this level. If we don't hold this level, we're going down to this level. If we don't hold this level, we could potentially come back down to some of these lows at 117. Now, the thing is here is that, the reason why I bought some shares today is that this thing has been getting absolutely wrecked. And we printed a doji candle on the daily time frame, so that's an indecision candle, that's a possible reversal candle. And we are in some oversold territory on the daily time frame, so I bought some shares here at 130, and I will buy more if it comes back down to this 117 level ish. I don't know if we'll get that low, but if we were to, that's where I'll be buying. But like I said, I did buy some shares here today at what I think my average exactly is 130.70 is my average. And like I said, in overnight hours, we're at 135. So, I mean, I'm probably going to take some profits off of the table tomorrow, pretty much here. And then if we hold this shelf here, which is resistance now, but tomorrow could possibly be support, I'll hold it, and hopefully we can get back above to this 145 range here on Baba. Okay. And then the last one, last but not least for sure, is NVIDIA. I've been telling my Discord community for a while now. I believe that NVIDIA will come back down at some point and come back down and test this 171, 172 area. I think this is a really good point to go long, and I've been waiting for it. A few days ago, I got pretty close, and honestly, I should have grabbed some call options, but I didn't. But we've just been in this sideways channel for months, since pretty much August of last year, 6, 7 months of this, besides this up here, just been sideways, but again, as you can see, we've held this level. Every time we've hit it, we ran up, hit it, ran up, hit it, ran up. So, I mean, if we come back down to this level, I think that would be a really good level to go long, whether it's call options, shares. And, I'm hoping that we can get to 200, basically this resistance here at 193 and push past 200. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at in the charts. Like I said, we're gonna have to see. Let's see what the jobs data shows us tomorrow. Again, I'm more bullish than bearish in the shorter term. I think there's still stuff ahead. There's still the conflicts with Iran. There's still stuff going on. Okay, so we're gonna have to play it day by day. Hopefully Trump doesn't make any tweet out any tweets or anything like that. Okay, so but once all this blows over, I do believe that we'll have a good year, and we will end higher on the SPY, and for some tech stocks, we could be back to their all-time highs. Okay, so that is it for the video. Also, again, I've been talking about my community. If you want to learn how to trade, the link is in the description for that. It's my school community, and we teach you how to trade. And I also made this software that gives you daily trades in seconds. So go check that out. Link is in the description, and we'll see you in the next video.